You found your anger. Red, but real. And now with you again.
Forget compassion. She caused offense.
Oh, I knew a spirit like her in the Inquisition. Cole. Are all spirits of compassion like, I don't know, friendly Mabari?
Lace, you grew up among humans, right? Do you believe in the Maker?
Come to think of it, I don't know anymore. But I don't think an indifferent god is better than an evil one.
That looks like the captain of the Pork Pirates. Hitting us from afar. Hitting us from range. Right on it. Ranged incoming. Ranged incoming. Righto. They're aiming for us. Watch yourself. Done.
You have found it!
Wait. Did you know where the treasure was the whole time?
You had to find it yourself. The real treasure was the journey. Now, Ritzinger would have used this to purchase a new ship. Since their last caught fire and burned, I believe a lady was involved. But the gold and glory are yours now, to use as you will. Adventure!
Got it.
Baking in my armor. So much hotter here than back in Ferelden. Kill on sight. But they don't look like abominations. They just look sad.
Careful ahead.
We ran, but they chased us. We tried to surrender, but they killed us as we knelt. The spirits roar as the fire comes. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. The wood will always be scorched, but the rain has washed away the fire and smoke. Thank you.
I got word from a Qunari linguist. Not Antam, real Qunari. She can translate the tablet for me. Wants to meet on my beach in Ravane.
You need company?
Maybe. Yeah. Just let me know when you're free.
Does Arlathan have a lot of
Back again? You know where to find us.
Hey, Antoine. Evka.
I can still hear it. Though it is giving me a headache.
Please be careful.
With the container? It's very sturdy. I tested it.
What? When? And how?
Am I interrupting?
No. Our study of the new blight continues.
We know the gods changed the blight. We think it changed more than they realized, or altered itself after.
It's answering to something other than gods.
It's still spreading and it's still killing people. Seems our job is the same.
At least the part that matters.
So what's the blight answering to?
Remember the strange call I heard after the Lavendale battle? It was here, in the wetlands.
We think the source is out a ways, towards the redoubt.
I can tell it's something large, rooted. A construct of the blight itself. An eruption controlling the rest. What that could mean. Everything that calls the blight impacts the Wardens. We withstand it. But gods, archdemons, it all adds strain.
If the eruption calls the blight, then it could mess with us too. Spark the calling sooner. We'll lose ourselves, along with the wetlands.
Antoine, you hear whispers in the blight, more than me and Evka. Are you?
Yes. A little sensitive, but it's not calling to me. Not yet. Like everyone else, I'll know when that changes.
So how do I help?
Figured you'd be in. Remember those samples you found when we first arrived? Based on our studies, Antoine made an alchemical flame. It's impressive. It should destroy the eruption.
Theoretically. At least the last batch was stable. Mostly.
But if the eruption's controlling the blight and it gets attacked, then the blight around Lavendale might respond.
Yes. Its roots are everywhere. And spreading. I can feel them.
These people can't lose their blight experts. I can go after the eruption.
While we guard against nasty side effects here.
Stay safe. Or as safe as you can.
I've no fear when Evka's at my back.
You've always got me.
The blight poisons so much. Water, plants, animals, people. Some would call the wetlands dead already. But they're not. It's not too late. Whatever the eruption means for the Wardens, we can leave this place better. It's what we're supposed to do.
We'll take our stand in the sheltered glade. Meet us there when you're done.
You miss Warden Janos.
We're not alone.
All right, everyone.
Clear out.
There's something in here. It's not good.
You're the hero. You say when we're getting close and we'll back you up.
The eruption's on the other side of that barrier. We'll need to cut off the tendrils to break through.
Cloud fighting off Johnny's spot. Watch out!
Better move before more Darkspawn show up.
The ledge. Vantage point for taking out the tendrils.
Well, that could be handy.
We're through.
And something awful is waiting past the gate. Here goes nothing.
What is... Is that the Blight eruption?
Then heed us.
The Darkspawn are protecting it. We need to take them out. We need to stop this. Let's get that eruption. All right. We strike and the whole thing goes up. All right. Time to destroy this thing. The Blight eruption was...
Ugh. So creepy.
It's what Antoine's been hearing. It was spreading Blight through the wetlands. Further, maybe. When we hit it.
If it's all not...
They aren't blighted. Were they dormant?
Maybe. They're beautiful. Much like you. Ah, Rook, hi!
We knew when you hit that eruption. The blight around Lavendel reacted. And there was a sound in it. Like nothing we've heard before.
What happened in there? What was it like?
I've never seen Blight like that. And it felt different, like something under my skin.
Then you sense it too. So much has changed.
When the eruption was destroyed, some of the bigger tendrils pulled back. The remaining blight won't vanish overnight, but it's a good sign. And this place opened up.
The flowers here, they managed to survive, buried, untouched. They have a chance to return now.
That's incredible. I wasn't expecting flowers.
It's what we're here to do, to make this possible again.
We thought the Grey Warden's purpose would end when the last archdemons died.
And that time's almost here. It's unbelievable!
The Order is those of us left now. When the archdemons fall, some wardens will hang up their swords. Until they're calling, at least.
So the Wardens are finished?
No, our numbers may get smaller, but Efka and I will be here. Others will stay too.
There's still blight in the world. There's something new calling to it. And to us.
There's blight inside us too. If it changed out there, have we changed as well?
What matters is that if new evils show up, we'll be here to keep them back.
Do you really think something inside us has changed?
It's possible. Or maybe we're the same. But does that mean we'll be the same? The blight feels different. We know that already. The sound of it is changing. We know that too.
What that means? We don't know yet.
Are you two doing okay? Seriously?
I'm good. I've got everything I need right here.
Me too.
I'm a warden. Whatever I'm doing at the lighthouse. Who knows what's next?
Sounds exciting, if you ask me.
And you have us, no matter who or where you are.
The Blight feels relentless most of the time. We see what it does up close.
The world dying, how it spreads. But we keep going.
And look, these flowers can make it back.
The Blight. We really can do something about it.
Of course we can.
Helps to see it's true, though.
Lavendel was named for flowers. They must have been everywhere before. When we get back...
We can stay here a bit longer first.
Oh, yes. I thought I heard birds earlier. Maybe we can find them?
The wetlands aren't fully healed.
But these flowers, they made it back.
Yeah. Pushing back the Blight. It's possible.
There were flowers at Lucanus's villa. He might appreciate these. I could always give him the tour. Coin for your thoughts.
I'm fine.
Oh, there.
There. It's a haunting.
Where were we? Coin for your thoughts.
I'm fine.
Oh, there's an act for the road.
I'm just a little worried about everything. On to you.
That's got it.
scarecrow like this back home, with, less blood. I gave him a sun hat.
Emmerich.
We got rid of a haunting in the Hossberg wetlands.
Welcome news.
It will stalk the innocent no longer.
A malignant spirit has attached itself to an inanimate object.
It has already taken lives.
Dispose of it before it strikes again.
Thanks for the tip-off. Got people clear.
You spend far too much time here, Dorian.
This is where all my favorite people are. And besides, I have news. And every messenger bird I've met is dreadful at nuance.
Magister Parvus, it's good to see you again.
At least someone appreciates my presence.
You're our eyes in the Magisterium. If someone spots you here...
Yes, I know. Can't be spotted with the shadow dragons. You worry too much, May.
Well, what do you have for us?
The cult lost people in Arlethan, and leadership has fallen to Knight Commander Lenos. He aims to bring the city to its knees.
But Minrathous is already falling apart.
I know. While the Varantis' attack on the city could have been much worse, the people's fear in the aftermath is palpable.
And the rumors about the Archon are true. He's dead. Assassinated during the Dragon's rampage. The palace has tried to keep the news from spreading until a new Archon steps up.
And no one has?
No one dares. Not with the Venatori circling like vultures. The risen gods are preparing for something big. And for that, they need fear. Chaos.
Preparing for something big. I don't like the sound of that. We barely got out of Weishaupt alive, and we needed Solas's help in Arlethan.
And that's why we need to know what the Venatori are preparing for. Lenos is the key to all of it. First, we stop what he's planning for Minrathous.
And then we find out what the gods are preparing for.
Let's hope it stays that simple. One of Lenos' Venatori associates is often at the Cobbled Swan. Let's see what we can get from him.
We? Dorian, you can't be going yourself.
It's the Swan. Everyone goes to the Swan.
I'll head out right now. We really need to figure out the God's big plan. Dorian thinks Knight Commander Lenos is part of it. So let's track him down first.
You've done a lot for the city. Let's see if I can return the favor. Till next time.
So you came in one morning and her desk was just empty.
Prices are not negotiable. Do not taunt the monster beneath the floorboards. But we do accept returns. Very well. You'll be back.
You think what she was researching?
It's the reason she disappeared. Has anyone done this? I really
Is that a candle hop? It must be the haunting.
Finish it.
problem on my doorstep.
Candle hops are cuter when they're small and not trying to kill us.
Candle hop enchantments give them the lay of the city. If the spirit picked those up, made it easy to skulk around.
Whatever you say. I knew I liked you for a reason.
Prepare yourselves. The dead keep one.
Congratulations are in order. There are no more hauntings of this magnitude to be dealt with.
You have done well.
Allow us to present you with a final token of our appreciation. There are whispers from the levels below.
We shall find them.
Hey, you up for drinks? I'm taking Balara to the Hilt for drinks with the Lords of Fortune. You should come. Isabella's paying.
Sounds fun. I'm in. How well do you know Maevaris?
By reputation, she's been a prominent politician for a long time, and a hero to boot. We don't work together much, but from what I've seen, she's earned the good name.
We probably shouldn't keep Dorian waiting too long. There's Dorian.
There's Lenos's associate. According to the shadows watching him, he's nervous and doesn't talk much, but does odd jobs for coin. Interesting, yes? I'll draw him off, you check his belongings, see if you can discover any clues about Lenos's plan.
Mostly gone. Warm. I don't even know what this is. Ale? Looks like he's been nursing it a while. The bedroll. It's definitely seen better days. And it's damp. Sleeping out in the rain. Half-eaten stale bread, water flask, muddy socks, and this map. Minratha's targets. That doesn't sound good. This all sounds like trouble.
What are you poking about in there
Dorian
for?
will want to know.
Enjoy.
Hey, I didn't see you rifling through customers' belongings, did I?
The others are bartenders.
This customer might be associated with Venatori. Be careful.
If he's Venatori, he's not like any hive.
They open, orders one drink, and sits in the corner all day. Then he leaves when we close.
Lenos intends to destroy the city with Blight and Darkspawn.
Carthus. Nothing like an attack to cause chaos in a city. You should head there immediately.
All right, let's go.
We got company. Your turn. Strength of the Empire. Faithful and dying.
Hey, behind you.
Fight on for your master. Strike him again. Our lives are forfeit. Here you go.
Well, that's done. There's a problem.
Something tore through these gates. Something big. Watch out! I bet this darkspawn's what tore through the gates.
Whatever you say!
All set. Ready.
More blights in the way. That did it.
More? We don't need more darkspawn.
Everything's crumbling down here. Might be tricky to get out.
At least a dozen people have been lost trying to map this place. Thought I'd mention that. Not enough. Look for another blight boil.
Find the blight boils. We need to clear the way and keep pushing. We got it. Way should be clear.
Shadow dragons? How did you fight this bear? Venator! Sorry, for me! You think you won? Do you think you can stop the Venatori? Or the risen gods?
I won't give up to them. Or to you.
The Shadow dragons have brought nothing but chaos to the city!
At least we're not trying to blight it. To the left.
Ready to go!
That's one less corrupt Templar in Mathis.
Can't say he'll be missed.
Let's look around, see what we find. risen god's ritual. That's what the gods in the Venatori are preparing for. Lenos's documents. They detail the Venatori's long-term plans, what they want to do to Tevinter. These star charts predict an eclipse to make magic stronger.
A ritual strengthened by an eclipse. That's what the gods are planning.
All this. The ritual, the eclipse, and the Venatori plans. We have to bring this to the Shadow Dragons immediately.
Let's head back to the Shadow Dragons.
Evil old gods, rituals, waiting for the stars. It's about as Tevinter as blood magic and hubris. Learning about the gods' plans is wonderful, of course. But the lists of magisters you got your hands on, now there's the real gold.
You've looked at it already. Of course you have.
Information on their backers, the ties to illegal slavery. Don't you see what this means?
This is power, May. Imagine becoming Archon and using this against those who've been hurting the people for years.
You? On the throne? Dorian.
Tell me that wouldn't be a splendid way to bring about real change.
Sounds like someone's got a plan.
Goodness, you make me sound absolutely nefarious. I love it. But yes, if the Venatori can scheme, so can we.
But how would you use this information exactly?
Dorian wants to use it to crush our enemies by whatever means necessary. I prefer to use it to rally the people. I say we make the information known. Allow the people to see the real justice served. Prove that from now on, we work for them.
We tried that already. Or have you forgotten the Lucerni? I no longer trust that political machine will work in our favor. No. We must get at the root of the problem before they can react. A more forceful approach. Destroy them and their networks utterly.
Swords and spies and blackmail? The devious means you learned in the South? If we go outside the system, we invite everyone else to do the same. No. We have to do this in the open. Show the people of Tevinter that we're here for them.
We're Shadow Dragons. It's right there in the name. You supported this because you knew the system didn't work for the people.
The point was to work in the shadows until we could work in the light. And Rook has brought us what we need.
May, the Imperium's politics burned you once and you still...
Enough. We're not the only ones who have a stake in this. Rook, you have been instrumental in all this. Which strategy do you prefer?
Nevaris, you really believe making this evidence public will work?
Dorian wants to work behind the scenes, but once again, it's the Magisters and Highbloods pulling the Imperium's strings. That doesn't inspire. It's a tactic used by our enemies. We need to show Tevinter that we can be different.
Unless they find some way to bury it? Or leverage their wealth, power, and status as they often have before?
Politics is a long game. If we use force against our enemies, our allies will remember it.
Shouldn't you be on the same side?
We are on the same side. We both know what Tevinter needs. How best to get it, that's the question.
If we went with Dorian's plan, I'd support it fully. But we won't, because he'll come around and realize that I'm right.
And I'd absolutely back you up on that, if you were right, which you aren't.
We'll see.
Will we?
Dorian, are you really suggesting violent revolution?
Not necessarily. Sometimes a mere threat of violence is sufficient.
He learned that from his friends in the south. I hear Ferelden settled a succession crisis with a duel.
It worked. Astoundingly.
We're not Ferelden.
I'm merely saying we need to consider bold and creative methods of achieving our ends. The game is rigged. Why play by rules crooked magisters already exploit? Clear the board and start over. If they're gone, we can fill the magisterium with those who respect the office. Then we'll actually see progress.
What sort of change are you trying to achieve?
For a start, slavery. Abhorrent. It needs to go no more.
And Tevinter has been ruled by the Altus Mages for all of its history. That must change. The Zoparati, non-mages, deserve a say in their own governance.
And all that's just the beginning of what will undoubtedly be a long journey.
You want me to choose who will be Archon? But I'm not even from here. I can't decide.
Then talk to the ones who are. See what they say. Asher and Tarquin, Nev, Gallus, they're all a part of this, just as you are. We should all be comfortable with whatever course we take.
All right. I'll go do that. So, what do you think?
Lenos is gone. We got information about the Venatori's plans, the god's ritual. I'd call that a good day.
I meant about Maevaris and Dorian. We all want change. Who will be more effective in getting it?
Oh, that. You're dragging me into it?
This is your city. Don't you think you should have a say?
Maevaris Talani has been in this game for decades. She's dedicated and ruthless when she needs to be. Dorian Parvis is a wild card. Flashy and inventive, he'll keep his enemies on their toes. But if you're asking me, I'd go with Maevaris. She'll inspire people, show them that the Magisterium can be better than it is. Right now, after the gods and everything else, that's what this city needs. What we all need.
Thanks, Nev. That helps.
That's what I'm here for.
Grand news about Lenos. One less crooked Templar in town.
He could have done so much with his position.
But he chose his side and got what he deserved.
Lenos made my life miserable. Rana's too.
I hear he started out different. Maybe he once cared about something other than gold. But I didn't know that, Lenos. And I'm not going to mourn the one I did. Still, I'll thank the bastard for writing everything down and delivering it to us all neat.
Dorian and Maevaris still have to decide what to do with everything we got from Lenos.
I just don't know enough about Tevinter to know what's best for its people.
I suspect this decision will determine Tevinter's path for years to come.
Then Dorian's way is my choice. He knows you don't stop to talk when you find a hole in the enemy's defenses.
Dorian is a brash rebel.
And Maevaris too much of a romantic.
I think the people will appreciate Maevaris returning as the leader they've always wanted to see.
No. They'll appreciate their lives actually changing for the better.
What do you think might happen, depending on who leads?
With May, she gets power back again. Gets one more shot at changing Tevinter from the top down. Worst that could happen is nothing. But that's what you risk when all you rely on is hope. But with Dorian...
We could get chaos, strife. Things might get harder before they get easier. If they get easier.
I'll take my chances.
And whoever leads will have the Shadow Dragon's support, right?
Count on it.
We'll keep fighting. For Dorian. Or for Maevaris.
What else is there to do in this town, anyway? It rains all the damn time.
Maker. A full quarter of the Magisterium supporting a cult. Bending the knee to these risen old gods just for a taste of more power. Can they not see they're only tools for the gods? So they can destroy the world?
Demanding intelligence, rationality, and self-awareness from our peers. You ask too much, Maevaris.
Look at me. Such a fool.
Ah, it's Rook. You spoke with the others.
What do you think? Who should be leading the charge from here on?
What happens after it's decided who'll lead?
Well, Lenos is gone, the cult's numbers are down, and they're scrambling to prepare for the god's ritual. They'll be distracted. It's a perfect opportunity to get our preparations in order.
All plans contingent on surviving the current disaster, of course.
Maevaris should lead.
I will not squander the opportunity. That is my promise to you all.
And May will have my full support, of course. For when enemies get in our way.
They will. It is Tevinter, after all.
The risen gods are still causing chaos. The people will need your voice to keep them fighting.
Oh, they will fight. This city has strength enough to stand against any so-called gods. We will win the day, and after that, we will win a brighter Tevinter for all of us.
Coin for your thoughts.
I'm fine.
Rescued some Dalish from being Archdemon breakfast, didn't you? Wish I could have seen the look on Elganan's face.
Nothing but top shelf stuff over here. Oh, then some helmets.
Got a job for me?
So, Tash pries the enormous ruby out of the statue's eye socket. Except then it wakes up, and now it's real pissed that it's missing an eye.
Oh, my.
What kind of statue was this?
Big snake.
Like, the size of a horse?
30 feet tall. Had the size of a wagon.
How'd you get up there?
They carved the scales. Made okay handholds.
And now we've got a giant, angry, one-eyed snake statue trying to swallow Tash whole.
Wait, how does that work? Where would they go? Did it have a stomach?
Wait for it.
Best part is, while Tash is pounding that snake's nose, she's still holding the ruby in her other hand. Maker's panties, I was so proud.
Oh,
Ah, shit. They're still holding it, sorry.
What are you doing?
Pulling a barv.
Oh, okay.
A barv?
Tradition in the Lords of Fortune, from one of our old members, Barv. Good guy, but like most of us, his plans went sideways a lot. Bad blood among your crew's not good for morale, but there's not always time for big, drawn-out apologies. So, when one of us screws up and we know we've screwed up, we do a quick 10 to put it right. Pulling a barv. Oh, there we go.
So, you either learn to make fewer mistakes, or you get gigantic muscles.
Or both. I didn't expect the Lords to care about the stuff. Me being non-binary.
Kirkwall taught me about family. If it matters to you, it matters to me. I mean, to the, Lords.
Oh. Thanks.
Anyway, where was I? So, there Tash is, thigh-deep in a snake's maw and still holding the giant ruby in one hand. I yell that we'll get them out of there, and Tash just yells back, "Get up its ass! I'll meet you in the middle!"
Okay, the stomach I get, but did it really have...
Hey, who ate the last breaded cheese wand?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I guess I thought, well... I don't know what...
It's fine.
No! They're your favorite.
Lara, I know you're sorry, but you did mess up.
I know.
And what do we do when we mess up?
Yes, you're right. I'm pulling a barv. 1, 2, 3.
Heart's in the right place. Form's a little sloppy, though.
Bend your knees.
Never let up.
Oh, I'm blown out.
Avatash. The air has been running from the storm all afternoon. You came just in time for it. There are others here as well, up the beach.
Yeah, it's okay. We came to meet them.
Kunari, not Antam, but real Kunari, like us. Their little ship avoided the Antam. They asked how I was. They told me I could go back to Parvalan with them, if I wanted.
Do you want to take the Canary up on their offer?
I used to think that I could never return. That the Antam broke me from the Qun when they took me away. But these Canary said they could help me heal my mind. I would like that. I think I am ready. And I think staying here would make me sad, now that Shathan is gone.
Yeah.
You have grafted your mother's horn to yours.
Yeah. Alchemist with the Lords did it for me. It'll grow now like my own.
And she will always be with you.
Hey, before we go, I brought food. It's probably not as good as she makes it.
Thank you, Evatash. I will eat the fruit. Be safe. Do not stay out too long in the storm.
Right. Let's go see what the damn tablet says.
You alright?
Just ready to get it over with. The Canary translator said she had to give the translation in person.
That's a little odd.
Yep. Come on.
Did the translator at least give you a hint of what the tablet said?
Nope.
And she wouldn't say why we had to meet in person instead of just...
Sorry. No food today. Next time.
Probably get all soggy anyway.
This is good. Simple.
Wet.
You're the one who keeps throwing rocks. Come on. No sense putting it off.
They got a ship past the Antam and the Ravani fleet.
It's a small ship. Probably snuck by with all the smugglers.
You are Evatash and Rook. Shathan, who served as your Tomasran, was a friend to me.
It's an honor to meet someone who has studied the first expedition.
Shathan was the most knowledgeable of us. Thank you for sending her notes.
Sure.
You wish to know of the tablet. Before I give you the translation, I must explain. What you learn here, I ask that you hold to yourself. What is there is sacred.
I wouldn't have learned it without Rook.
Then we will respect your trust. The tablet's message must only be spoken. It must not be written down.
So that's why you couldn't just send a letter?
Yes, the tablet warned us against doing so. I remember the words, but please, bring your fire to the tablet so that I can show you. By Dragon's fire, these words are revealed. Trust no story not hidden this way. When the adversary came, we mixed our blood with dragons to fight. Protect those with fire. They see what we cannot. We fled across the sea, but there is no safety here. We have sickened, and will soon die. If more of us come from across the sea, then the adversary will follow. Beware the devouring storm.
What kind of Vashadan is this?
This tells anyone willing to listen that you are not a mistake. In fact, the Kunari need you.
Only because of some stupid new thing.
Rook is correct. The Adari had been a subject of debate among the scholars of the Qun. We had no evidence. Now we do. We were wrong to send them to the Antam as simple soldiers. And Shathan was right in taking you from us. She succeeded where we failed.
And she died for it.
I'll go check on them. All right, where'd they go? Oh, Tosh. Found him. After all this, if I break my neck climbing up here in the rain, had to find the highest place around here. Hey, Tosh.
All that work. All the ancient Kunari crap that she died for. And what's the secret? More work? More responsibility? She can't just leave me with this. She can't just... leave me.
What would she say if she were here right now?
Complaining will not solve the problem. Have I taught you so poorly that you cannot deal with this yourself?
Ah, Shathan.
I miss her.
But you can do this.
Yeah. I can. The Kunari thought I was a mistake. The Dragon King thought I was a weapon. Shathan was the only one who believed in me. The Kunari want me to help them. Protect them. What do I do with that?
Honestly, I have no idea. But I look forward to watching you and the Kunari bounce off each other.
We need the Kunari ready for whatever comes next. Whether it's the Devouring Storm or something else. They need to be united.
Most of the Antam broke away from the Qun, including any other Adari.
Then we need to get them back. And the Antam. They don't know how to live outside the Qun.
That's a good start.
I'm gonna make the Qun more like what it's supposed to be. What she taught me it was. I can do that for you. Tama.